Good afternoon, everyone. This is Meteorologist Steve LaVoie coming to you with the latest weather information regarding our dual threats today of excessive heat and severe weather. The information presented in this briefing is up to date as of 12 p.m. on Monday, August 7th, 2023. So what we know is a heat advisory is in effect. It's now in effect for the entire Midlands and CSRA until 7 p.m. this evening. What that means is the combination of hot temperatures and high humidity could produce dangerous heat index values of up to 110 degrees. In addition to the heat, the Storm Prediction Center, or SPC, has placed the entire forecast area in an enhanced or 3 out of 5 risk for severe weather. The primary severe threat is going to be the damaging winds in excess of 60 miles per hour, but there is the potential for brief isolated tornadoes and small hail as well. As you can see, we have a heat advisory in effect for much of the state of South Carolina, including the entire Columbia County Warning Area, or CWA. This graphic shows you what we're expecting in terms of the heat index and when the highest values are expected. For most locations, the highest values are going to be between 3 and 5 p.m. And you can see that the peak values are mostly in the 103 to 108 range, but we do have the potential for values up to around 110, which is considered very dangerous if you're going to spend a lot of time outdoors. Speaking about being outdoors, if you must work outside this afternoon, make sure you take frequent breaks, ideally in a shaded area or a cool vehicle or indoors. Make sure you're wearing the proper attire, like light colored, loose fitting clothing. If you're driving, make sure to always check the back seat. You don't want to leave children, pets, or the elderly inside an uncooled car. The temperature inside an uncooled car can increase rapidly and become deadly within 20 minutes. Moving on to the main threat, which is the severe weather threat for later today, we have a very unusually strong storm system heading our way. This is a setup that's more typical in the spring or fall months. We have a large trough moving in from the west, and there is an associated cold front with it, and a large area where we could see some severe thunderstorms stretching from New York all the way down to the Carolinas and Georgia. As I mentioned, the entire forecast area is in an enhanced or 3 out of 5 risk for severe weather today. The primary hazards are going to be strong, damaging winds, and of course, frequent lightning with any thunderstorm. Secondary threats are going to include localized flash flooding, small hail, and brief tornadoes are possible as well. The most likely locations for severe weather is going to be up in our northern and western counties. However, everyone across the forecast area should remain weather aware later today. This graphic shows the potential for severe wind gust. And as you can see, the highest threat is over our far north and west, including the cities of Newberry and Lancaster. However, the entire forecast area could see wind gusts in excess of 60 miles per hour later today. The tornado threat is more limited. The reason for this is we don't have any strong notable wind shear. Having said that, when the main line of thunderstorms does come through, we always have that potential for brief tornadoes to form. And as I mentioned, the stronger thunderstorms could produce some small hail. However, the risk for large hail in excess of 1 inch is low. And just taking a look here at the summary of those impacts, the highest and main threat for today are going to be the damaging straight line winds with secondary threats of tornadoes, hail, and flash flooding. As a reminder, if a watch is issued, that means that the ingredients for severe thunderstorms are present and may develop within the next few hours. So if we have a watch issued by the Storm Prediction Center later today, that is your cue to start preparing for the potential for severe weather. If a warning is issued for your area, that is your time to take immediate action. That means that we are seeing severe thunderstorms in your area, or we're expecting them to move in shortly. So to wrap things up, dangerous heat is possible this afternoon. You want to make sure you beat the heat and limit your time outdoors if possible. Later today, we are expecting a line of strong to severe thunderstorms to move through our forecast area. Timing again is going to be later this afternoon into the evening hours. And remember, when thunder roars, go indoors. And finally, there is a lower but non-zero threat for brief tornadoes, small hail, and localized flash flooding. And that is everything from here at the National Weather Service in Columbia. Remember to stay tuned for further watches and warnings. I'm meteorologist Steve LaVoie. Stay safe, everyone.